Hey everybody, it's Charlie, Daily Motor. Welcome to the live drive of the 2023 Volvo V60. We're really excited to bring this car to you because, in my opinion, and now in Chris Brower's opinion as well, and we'll see maybe for Alyssa at the end of this live drive, this is one of the best one-car household solution vehicles on the market here in 2022. So we're going to spend the next hour or so talking about why. Saw a few of you in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. I know we're a little bit early. That is because there is a storm coming, and we wanted to be able to get the intro and initial walk around done. This is V60 model, meaning it is a wagon, or in Swedish maybe wagon. They don't really use W's in Sweden. They do now, but it used to be Swede and they didn't have any W's. So that's where the V comes from. S60 would be sedan, XC60 cross-country crossover, if you will. But I think the V60 is the prettiest of all the Volvos, and they don't make the V90 anymore, I don't believe, here in America at least. So we got to run with the V60, and you also can't get the non-cross-country version of the V60 anymore unless it's a Polestar. You have to either go cross-country and get this cladding with an extra inch or so of ground clearance, a little bit more kind of lifestyle-y, or you have to get the Polestar version, which is high performance, and then you don't get the cladding, you get a little lower ride height, but that one costs nearly $80,000. Wow. This one comes with the proper engine, I believe. It is a 2-liter turbocharged motor, not supercharged, and now for this year, a mild hybrid system. That's why it's B5 instead of T5. I know we're getting a little Volvo nerdy here, throwing a lot at you before the rain starts coming, but pretty much all that means is there's a little, I need to look up if it's capacitors or batteries, but there's a little electronic charge that can charge up as you slow down, charge up a little bit of electricity, and then when your engine's off while you're stopped, or as you get going, it provides a little bit of help with that electricity to get you back going. But it's not a plug-in, it's not any full electric or anything like that. So
I saw some lightning right above, right in there, in that cloud up there.
Yeah, there's some real weird swirls.
Yeah, look at these really weird swirls we got here.
Yeah.
And look at this over here. Real pretty neat. Oh, thunder. There it is.
Yep, I think I just felt the drop, so let's do this.
All right, let's go.
Onyx Black is the color. This is a $695 option. It looks pretty sleek in my eyes, and it does help mask the black plastic cladding, because if you got something like a white or gold or blue,
yeah,
or the
that's
red that I really like, it would make that cladding stand out a little more. I like the brushed chrome looking roof rails.
Beautiful.
And then of course the sleek Volvo wagon butt, a little bit more practical than a sedan. Got those big nice tail lights that go up the side, and a deep load area but a low load floor, so you can see somebody like Alyssa. Everyone say hello.
Wow.
Not very tall, and yet she wouldn't have to lift things very far from the ground to get them up into the back of here. It's a very flat load surface, meaning she could slide things in and out. And underneath you have a nice spare tire. So yes, no underfloor storage, but if you were to pop a tire, you'd actually be able to save yourself rather than sit stranded. Cool.
This is actually super neat. I feel like you gain at least like a foot of space back here. This is beautiful.
Right.
Love wagons for the space they provide.
Love wagons. And then if you need even more space, well, first of all, we should point out we do have our little cargo net for milk. Yeah. And then if you need a little more space, walk up here, fold the seats down. Well, first I think there's a way to, fold these headrests back. There we go. Yep. And then you've got an even larger flat load surface.
That's relatively flat. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty darn practical.
That's nice.
Is this what I think it is?
What is that?
I thought it was maybe like an emergency thing that comes down, yeah. Oh. But Alyssa doesn't. No, wait.
It's raining. That's cool.
It's a little ballsy for us going in. Maybe we should just get straight in the front because it's going to start storming.
You're right.
Yeah. All right. We made it through the walk around before the bad rain came. Up into the front. Good thing we got a nice panoramic sunroof to see the storm come in.
That's really nice, yeah. Yeah, these raindrops are thick.
Yeah, thickies. And we can get to some of our comments.
Yeah, let me pull those up while you get everything started.
Sure. I'm greeted with our Android Automotive center stack here. This is pretty much running a nuanced version of Android for cars, and it's got the Android Assistant built right in, so you can say things like, "Hey Google, I'm hungry."
There's French Quarter 0.7 miles away. Want to navigate there?
No. A little bit of a delay as she tries to decide where to recommend different restaurants to me, but you can do other things as well, like turn on heated seats, set the climate control, all through just voice controls. It's pretty darn nice. So what do we got showing up so far? A little early bird action today.
Alrighty, so Granton Plays. It's actually Lucy.
Yeah,
we did
hey
discuss
Lucy.
this a little bit earlier.
Thanks for coming back.
Long time no see. Nice to see you again.
Hope you're doing well.
Sanjib is asking for 22 Jaguar F-Pace R Dynamic S video.
We will try to get one of those.
Yash is in the chat and says,
hey,
"Hi
Yash.
all, good looking ride."
Yeah, I agree. This thing is beautiful both inside and out. We got this two-tone sort of ivory below black interior with this nice real wood that you can actually feel. It's quite cool.
Yeah, neat. Orange says it's raining like crazy in Grand Rapids just 20 minutes ago.
Ah, well, yeah, we're probably getting some of that.
Yeah. Lucy says, nice lights.
Yeah, the headlights are nice, and the tail lights, all the lights. And a little fun fact with the Volvos, they're so nice that you can dim these a little bit. So like say, if Alyssa and I were riding back in the night and she wanted to just have enough light to maybe eat some french fries or something, rather than getting totally blasted and making it real bright in here, we can just kind of hold it there. And then it's just a nice subtle brightness.
So does it have only like one setting of dimness, or is it based on how long you hold your finger?
How long you hold your finger there. So you can hold it that long.
Very nice.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you could hold it. If you keep holding it, eventually it'll get bright again, I believe. And then you can just tap it to turn off.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Sanjib is asking when you are putting up the last live stream?
Today at 7 o'clock.
Okay, great. Very cool. Lucy says, wow. Pittsburgh Man is in the chat.
Hey, Pitty. Glad to have you in. What do you think about the Volvo Pittsburgh Man? Nice V60 action.
He's got a Friday like comment.
Oh.
I'm gonna just let you read it.
No, screen. Who doesn't like it? Actually, I prefer not a flat load surface for that.
The curvy
load surfaces. Yeah. Bumps.
You know, we didn't do those Friday streams very long. No. But it had a very lasting impression on Pittsburgh Man.
Yeah. No, I if it weren't for the fact that it took away from our Friday nights to do them, I would enjoy doing them.
Yeah.
It's just someday, once the channel gets larger and we get an even bigger following, then we'll do some members only streams, or at least streams that only members can chat on, and then
that'd be fun.
Then we can make them spicy.
Yeah, make them real spicy. Yep. And he also said, "Oh God, the Google in my room and TV went off."
I figured that might happen.
Yeah, that's funny. Cool. And then Lucy says, "I'm doing good, thank you." And she says, "What? That's crazy." And I don't know what that's referring to, but cool.
Maybe the lights or something.
Oh yeah, maybe. Alrighty, we're caught up.
Probably didn't even hear it because it starts up so smoothly with this mild hybrid system, but the car is now on and running. Like I said, this is a pretty benign powertrain, but it is my preferred powertrain if you're not going to be electric. I'm not a big fan of the T6 Volvos. I like the T5s. They're simpler, more fuel efficient, and they're the engine I would choose if I couldn't get full electric. One thing I am a bit curious about is older Volvos had a dial right here for the brightness of the screens and everything. This one does not. So I'm curious of how to turn the screen brightness up because it's quite dim right now. That seems to be a notification screen. Okay, what if we, first of all, let's turn the fan down.
It is down.
It was on auto.
Oh.
We need to go here. Controls.
Display.
Display.
Lights, interior brightness.
There we go. Okay.
That's actually not that bad.
Yeah. Interior light intensity. Oh, so it's got, does it have ambient lights maybe? Do you see anything turning on?
I do
maybe
not.
it's for these?
No?
Yeah, well, let's keep an eye on that. As the rain picks up, you and I are gonna have to enunciate tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite loud.
Okay. We'll get to a little bit of driving here and let you all trickle on into the chat. What do you think about Volvos these days? Because I'm of the opinion this is an excellent car option for a lot of people, especially people who maybe are going toward crossovers as well. Well, even if you don't, if you still want to do the crossover, do an XC60. But it is interesting that, yeah, and to be fair, these are more expensive than what most people are looking to spend.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. But you can get them certified pre-owned for a decent price, and Volvo does an excellent certified pre-owned warranty. Let's do that. I'm worried about
Noise?
the camera overheating with the,
Gotcha.
the GoPro
Okay.
cover on it.
Yeah, if you decide not to go outdoors, and probably take the sock off. But
Yeah. Just a little bit of process.
Pittsburgh Man says, I actually like Volvos. XC90 also said,
Thank you. Yeah, the XC90 is a very nice one. I agree.
yeah,
Ultimate.
very large vehicle.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's not huge though. It's still like a mid-size crossover. It's not like a Tahoe or something.
Sure.
Smooth 8-speed power transmission we're working with. Chris Brower drove this earlier and said he did notice a few shifts.
Interesting.
Yeah, nothing. It's really enamored car. He doesn't.
Really? That's
Yeah.
okay, cool.
We've had some really great cars in the last few months. So Macan S was like his favorite car of the year, and then 911 GT3 was his favorite car of the year, and now this is his favorite car of the year. So we're really gonna have a tough decision when it comes down to it.
Well, it sounds like it just keeps on getting better.
Right? Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All-wheel drive, standard.
Lovely.
A little bit of grunt to that motor. As the rain pours. Any comments?
Yes. So, Sunjib, this has a really large sunroof there. And this is not a hybrid, correct?
It's a mild hybrid.
Okay.
So there is some electrification going on, but it's not strong hybrid.
Okay.
Not full hybrid.
Not a full hybrid. Okay. Very interesting. What's the video for tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning, we've got Toyota GR86 infotainment review going up.
Very neat. Okay. Also,
Oh, here's a around for no reason.
I never like to miss an opportunity to talk. I never like to miss one.
Well, if you're Xavier, you just honk all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, and now he's going over to the left lane, so we're gonna go to the right. And Dustin with our 2-liter turbo. Look how fast we can go around oversteer in the rain.
Yeah.
This car doesn't have any sort of sport mode, and I appreciate that, because as I've gotten to listen, I've learned I've never watched any of the drive modes in Mac, and I fully recognize that. In general, most people who aren't car nerds, and even myself, who is a car nerd in most driving situations, don't ever use drive modes unless it's sport, unless it's a sporty car and I'm using sport mode. So in a car like this, where people are just going to get in and drive and want the comforts and the ease of driving and everything, why put modes in it? Why not just be like, get in your car and drive? And so I think it's cool that they just did that. And it sounds like you're agreeing.
Yeah. Yeah, if I own this car, I would absolutely not ever. It would never be a question in my own mind of, do I want to put it in sport mode today? No, I don't. I want to get in the car. I want it to be predictable. I want it to be like, okay, I know how this engine and transmission and the throttle and everything. I know how all of that's going to feel. I don't want to change that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my eyes, eco mode should just be not putting your foot as far down on the gas. And
Yeah.
sport mode should be putting your foot further down on the gas.
Yeah.
Unless it's a high performance car that actually is changing suspension and everything like that and transmission mapping. But a car like this, it should just be, okay, pulling out of this roundabout, oh, I want to go fast.
I press a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it does have is just kind of maybe changes the all-wheel drive so that it's more balanced to all four wheels.
Sure.
But again, it's buried in there and it's something that you wouldn't really use unless you were specifically off-road.
Yeah, you'd very much need it at that. Yeah. Or possibly. Alrighty.
Bumps pretty well. We've got 19-inch wheels. Still pretty large for a cross-country sort of car, but much better than some of the other Volvo wheels. Shouldn't. I mean, saying.
Pittsburgh Man.
I mean, it says.
Forza is wondering how comfy these seats are.
Volvo seats are interesting, especially in the newer cars, because on first impression they're a bit firm. But what I've found is that's because it's sort of like a mattress. You don't always want a super soft squish mattress because it doesn't provide any long-term support. So Volvo seats, while they might seem a bit firm and basic initially, if you were to sit in them for 6 hours, you'd still be comfortable after that 6 hours. It's because the seats provide comfort everywhere they need to be. And Alyssa's demonstrating here as she adjusts her seats. There's multiple adjustments. You can power adjust the thigh extension, the lumbar in different ways, and the side bolsters, as well as your standard front rear, you know, up, down, recline, etc.
I like that. I really love the thigh extension adjustment in a seat. I love it when cars have that option, and I also love it, and we'll probably talk about it later too, when the front end of the seat can tilt downwards.
Can your seat do that?
Probably not.
Mine can. I don't know if yours
Good, I'm glad, because that's the only one that it really needs to tilt down in.
Yeah.
Because you have all the pedals that you need to be able to reach.
No, the thigh extension's good because if you think about it, a person like Alyssa is going to have a completely different length thigh than someone who's 6'5". So for both of those people to be able to get comfortable in the car, that needs to be an adjustable element.
Very nice. Alrighty.
Let's take this quick opportunity to do a brief walk around the car while it's not raining super hard.
Sure.
I'll just kind of get out, show it off, and then get back in.
I should stay in here then?
Yeah, you can stay in here and keep it dry. Drier. Here it is. Volvo V60. For some reason, my headlights aren't on. Maybe the car turned off automatically when I got out of the car. That'd be a bit strange. Looks good, even though you can probably barely see it. Oh, I guess you can see it okay. And the rain is picking back up. Look at those nice 19-inch wheels.
Nice.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, we're wondering, maybe more clarification is needed on the battery.
Okay.
It has a battery, the running on full electric is what you're looking at. It has a supply, not but the car electric only. What do you think of those comments?
Yeah, correct. And now, pretty sure it's a battery. It's a capacitor, but for all intents and purposes, that's just a battery. Yeah, it still takes some of your energy as you're slowing down, charges up that battery, and then that battery just helps the motor get going. So it's like a little bit of electricity helping it along, but it can't drive fully on electric.
Okay, gotcha. What are your thoughts on the BMW X5 and Audi Q5?
I like the X5. Q5 is smaller than the X5, remember that. And I'm not a huge fan of the Q5, but I don't dislike it. I do very much like the X5, especially because you can get so many good powertrains. Inline 6, I think you can get the inline 4. Hybrid, the plug-in hybrid is very good, and you can of course get the V8.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, John M says, I drive a 2010 S80 3.2, and my wife has a 2015 XC60 2.0 turbo. We bought them like new. and like them a lot. We bought them new, like them a lot, but you need to plan for expensive maintenance over the life of Volvos if you follow the schedule.
Yeah, I believe that. And that's the thing, is some people don't quite remember and realize that Volvo is a luxury brand now. I mean, everything in here is luxury. So you're going to be paying more similar to a BMW, Mercedes, Audi kind of maintenance schedule and costs compared to something like a Mazda or like a Ford.
Very cool. Okay. Sanjib also says his most favorite car is a 22 Volvo V60 T8 Polestar engineered and a 22 Genesis G80 2.5 turbo advanced.
Yeah, I'm curious, Sanjib, what do you think about the new Genesis G80 electric? We're supposed to be driving that pretty soon.
Oh, that was a nasty, gnarly
Yeah, we're gonna hear
bolt
some
right
rumbles
there.
soon.
Yeah. We had a lightning bolt over here that we haven't heard the rumble yet for.
Oh?
Yet. Does this use a circular gear select?
Nope.
No.
It's got a crystal gear select.
I think all of them do, don't they? This is not like a tiered thing.
Yeah, you're not gonna get this in something like a base S60, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would get whichever tier would have that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love that.
I'm a fan of that, and I know Chris is as well. Yep, it's a real crystal from Odefus.
Sweden.
It's a crystal company.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet.
Yeah, they like to flex little Swedish things. You got your little Swedish flags. Even though Volvos are technically Chinese owned now. Yep.
Huh. Don't tell other people because they probably like if they own a European vehicle.
Right.
Okay. Lucy says, remember guys to reach a donation, like a launch. What are your thoughts on that in the rain?
Oh yeah, I forgot to change the donation amounts from last video where I had off-road as our $20 donation amount. We can still do launches for every donation, pretty much $5 or so.
Okay.
And I think we are gonna just put Alyssa behind the wheel by default later on in the stream.
Yeah, this is very much a vehicle I would love to own someday.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is this?
This one we're sitting in, I don't have a specific window sticker. It's probably just under 60,000. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But it's pretty fully loaded. We got the Bowers & Wilkins sound system, which is S tier, one of the best sound systems on the market, if not the best.
There you go, Orange. Just made that comment wondering which one it was.
Yep. We got the B&W, and we've got, I think everything else in terms of major options on this car.
The crystal.
Yep. I think it's the ultimate trim.
The, what do you call those? The plastic around the wheels? On the upper wheel well?
Oh, the cladding.
Cladding?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. That's probably an option, right?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope, comes on all, because all V60s that aren't Polestars are cross countries. And so the cross country comes with the cladding.
That makes sense. Okay, so.
In America, at least. For 23.
Forza asks, out of curiosity, are the cross country Volvos comfier than the regular estates? If so, is that V60 cross country comfier than the XC40 or the XC60?
Marginally, maybe. The suspension damping is really good in this car. But like I said, we're still running on 19s. I'm pretty sure the last Volvo V60 cross country I drove back in 2020 had 18-inch wheels, and that would be my preferred wheel option. And you can probably get 18s on the V60 still, but this one at least has 19, so that's gonna take away its squishiness a little bit. But the suspension's still really good, and yeah, I would imagine the damping is a little improved by having that extra ground clearance.
Now I'm wondering, Forza, if you meant comfiness in the seats or drivability comfort. Did you talk about the seats just now? I was reading comments. Oh.
Yeah.
So let us know if you want to know about seat comfort.
Yeah, the seats should be pretty similar across all the models.
Okay. I was wondering about that. Okay, Among Us is in the stream. Hello.
Hello. Acting a little sus.
Yeah, a little sus here. And last comment, and then we should drive a little bit.
Okay.
Pittsburgh Man is asking what safety features does this include, and do the mirrors fold in automatically?
Well, it's a Volvo, so you've got just about every safety feature south of Mercedes' pink noise feature. And yeah, this is going to have your automatic emergency braking and adaptive cruise control, tons of airbags everywhere. Volvos love safety. In terms of the folding mirrors, let me start.
It's not automatic if you have to press buttons.
Oh, he means like power folding mirrors, probably. Unless he means when you turn the car off. It looks like it should be able to. There's a little indicator that looks like the mirror fold icon.
Whoa, big old boy.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. Maybe not. If there is a way, perhaps it's buried in here. Also, I love in Volvos, you have the new one. You have the option for steering feel firm. Would you like your steering feel firm? Then choose steering feel firm.
Very interesting.
Yeah, fortunately, I do not like steering feel firm. I want steering feel soft. Ooh, this is another fun feature. The air quality screen. It will tell you your in-car air quality, your outside pollen from trees, grass, and weeds. It's saying our outside pollen from weeds is high right now. Everything else is none. And then your outside air quality for all these different pollutants, PM 2.5, PM10, NO2. It says we got a little bit of nitrous oxide around here. Ozone, sulfur oxide, whatever one that is, sulfur oxide, and carbon dioxide. Showing you all those air quality things.
Remembered all of those?
I think so.
Nitrous oxide. Wow, that's amazing.
So it's interesting that our weed pollen is high. Ragweed. A lot of ragweed in the air, apparently. Yeah. Car knows. It's pretty fun. All right, let's get to a little scooting.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just taking care of some spammers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is anyone trying to wash Christopher Brower?
Shh! Don't mention it. You'll remind him.
Get washed.
Orange says, my mom is deciding between an XC90 and Toyota Sienna as a family car. I'm obviously voting for the Volvo.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because the Sienna is going to be dead reliable, very efficient, very easy, larger, but very ugly and very boring. So if you care about enjoying life a little bit more and maybe money isn't super tight, you got some flexibility, then yeah, XC60's great option. Or sorry, XC90, great option. Get the plug-in hybrid if you can. Look at how well it's just taking all this broken asphalt.
It's really nice.
We're barely feeling it in here. The fact that you can just sit and read comments and it's like going over all this broken stuff.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Before you get on this road,
okay,
I want you to stop and take care of the folding mirrors because Norton says press the L and the R button simultaneously.
Oh, thank you, Norton. See, I knew there was a way. I just wasn't interpreting that properly.
Very cool.
Pro tip.
Pittsburgh Man, yes, you are able to as long as you know how.
Yeah. Can you open one at a time then?
That'd be cool. Try it.
No, it's not working.
Oh.
Ha, I'll have to show that to Chris.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alrighty.
Aw, are getting wet.
Aww.
Unless he's like me and doesn't mind it. Which, he's on a BMW GS, so that might be the case.
Yeah, it's also pretty geared up, so it's totally fine. Ooh, big one. Arlinko says, my family is expecting the 2023 V60 late this month. And in all caps says, I can't seem to find a review of it with the Google system.
Oh, okay. Well, we do. Chris Brower literally just shot a dedicated review earlier today.
That's awesome.
On the Google system. So you can them. And any questions you want us to try out, we'll do it now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Google, I'm cold.
Control that in this car.
What?
Okay, 72 degrees.
Changing the temperature to 72 degrees.
Okay, Google, set the passenger heated seat on.
Sure, turning on the seat heater for the front passenger.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's pretty cool. Yeah, whatever you want to know, Arlinko, comment, and we'll do a live show of what Google can do in this car.
Ooh, it's got ventilated seats up here too. Cool.
Ooh, ventilated seats. Very sweet.
Yeah, and what's really cool is you put your Google account in there, and then, like, say you had a reminder that you told your Google Home. Oh, that truck is looping around. If you had a reminder on your Google Home, you'll get it in here on the car or vice versa.
Oh, that's actually... Wow. Yeah, the main reasons this vehicle is for the GOOGLE voice usage just alone.
Well, and you got the great Google Maps built right in and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Obviously
and you
very
have
responsive.
in your dash too, but yeah,
that's
very
true.
responsive.
Yep, and same sort of thing. You know, if you had your accounts signed in, then you could go right and get all. You have your home address and recent searches on your phone and everything.
That's pretty
there.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yep. Very nice. Does this have the feature where I can't remember what car has this? I feel like it's the Kia, the Palisades, where you have your blinker on and it shows your blind spot.
Nope, that's only the Kias and the Hyundais.
Okay, so I did have
and the
that
Genesis.
right. Alrighty. Fake Topher. Yeah, that was totally a fake Topher. Spirited driving.
There's that kick down.
Okay. Sunjib says, I hope soon that I will get to test drive the Genesis G80 electric and the V60 cross country. That would be very cool.
So we're coming up to our roughest ride section here, and the Volvo just does a really good job. You do feel the bumps.
Watch for geese.
But they're very well damped, and the car doesn't. The car has a little bit of float, but not a lot of float. It's a good balance, so it absorbs the bump nicely. And it's built so solid that you don't hear a single crack, creak. We experienced when we were in the 911 last week. Even though the bumps weren't that rough coming into our actual body, the fact that you heard them so much made your mind think that the road is really rough or the car is not taking it very well. But in a car like this, everything is so solid and so quiet that when you go over the bumps, you're like, not a big deal.
Very cool. Nice. Alrighty. Does TBF stand for something, or is that...
To be fair, probably?
To be fair. So Forza says, to be fair, the fact that Google actually worked on camera must mean it's somewhat good. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been finding it to be great, and trust me, Chris Brower is a big Apple enthusiast and doesn't...
Wow.
He's too Gen Z to care at all about Google things, and he was thoroughly impressed by this system. He was like, wow, it just works so well. I was like, yeah, no,
That's pretty sweet.
And now you've got Apple CarPlay in it, so it's even better.
Sweet. So Ken Blood is in the chat and just donated $9.99.
Oh snap! Thanks,
so
Mr.
yeah,
Blood.
Thank you. And asks a good question. How does this compare to the S90? My only experience driving an S90 T6, I didn't like the powertrain, and it didn't feel like all-wheel drive could get the power to the ground. How is ride comfort?
Ride comfort's very good, as you just kind of, it sounded like you probably heard us talking about it just a minute ago there. I love the 90s, don't get me wrong, but the 60 models do feel a little bit lighter on their feet. They're a little bit shorter, although you don't give up that much interior space between something like a V90 and a V60 or an S90 to an S60. It's more the second row that is more of where you lose or gain space between the two models. But the shorter wheelbase of these ones and the lighter weight does make it feel a little bit more enjoyable to drive and a little bit less of a chore. And I think they tuned this B5 now powertrain really well. You don't have to screw with the supercharger. It's got enough power to get out of its own way, and the electric assist helps with that.
Sweet. Okay, that's pretty sweet.
And thanks again for the donation. We'll do a little launch stir in your memory, or not memory, in your honor.
Aww. Very cool. We might get a relatively clean on-ramp here.
Yeah, although we got a truck behind us, so. And it's wet.
And it's wet, sure.
So here's a good example, just kind of leaning on it. I mean, it gets right up and goes and doesn't have to try very hard. It's not like I'm wringing it out. See how quiet it is up here at speed. Obviously we have our panoramic sunroof, shade open, and it is raining. We'll get to see if the pilot assist works while the rain's coming down hard. what happens. This lane splits from 1 into 2, and it's always interesting to see what happens with cars, how they handle the situation. Look at that. He's handling it wonderfully. I didn't have to touch the wheel at all right there, and I mean, there's a section there where there's not even lane lines, and you can see how perfect the car is not weaving back and forth at all. I still haven't put my hand on the wheel. It's raining. Now it wants me to hold it a little bit just to touch show them there. I mean, that's a really good semi-autonomous system. Yeah.
Oh, there it failed.
Well, I put my foot on the brake. I
you did?
It, yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. I will be honest, I was a little puckered for that.
I bet. Go this way and do a launch on the street.
Nice. Good idea.
We were talking earlier, there's no sport mode in this car, but it's kind of okay because the whole car is very competent in terms of it's comfortable and floaty, but yet still fairly nimble and agile.
Arlenko just asked to show a sneak peek of a lane keeping assist.
There you go.
You want to know the difference from pilot assist?
Oh, I believe that was pilot assist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to get on the highway again and show that difference.
Yeah, lane keeping assist, I think you can toggle on and off from here.
Okay.
But it shouldn't have been as good.
Oh, they did comment and said, oh wow, that's amazing.
Oh, okay.
So, if you would like more clarification, just let us know and we'll hop on the highway again.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right.
We're gonna do a quick launch.
Oh yeah, I'll let you do the launch.
It's not gonna be anything spectacular, but you know, still just
sure. Big one. I'll get to more comments though after it.
Okay. Oh, that's a little bit of a grab right there. I mean, it's pulling pretty hard.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, I'm not disappointed in that. Yeah, there's 70.
0 to 70. Neat. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. And you can see there's a little indicator on the gauge cluster right here showing me that's filling up the battery.
That's neat. Wow.
Yep. So now it's white. If I put my foot on the brake, it shows a little blue indication that electricity is going into the little battery. And if it shows anything actually black. Yeah, just white. And then, yeah, I guess it just chills out like that until you fill it up again.
Pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, Sanjay would like to know the difference between a Ford Bronco 2-door and a Land Rover Defender 90. Did you just say 1 sec?
Yeah, but I just want to hit that bump. I mean, they're very different. One's kind of a luxury car that can do some impressive off-roading. The other is an off-road car, pure and simple. I'd say the Bronco's a little bit more fun, especially with the manual. I think it looks a little more endearing. The Defender is a nice place to be, through and through.
Alright, cool. And also, what's the miles per gallon on this?
I want to say highway is 30.
Okay.
And low to mid 20s for the rest of the ratings.
Okay.
But it does, I'm pretty sure, require premium fuel.
Oh.
So that's a bit of a downside. And that's why I think for luxury vehicles, electric is a nice change because there's no such thing as premium electricity.
Yeah. You haven't done the fuel economy on this yet, huh?
Nope, that'll be coming later this week.
Alrighty. Tuno F1, Fun One says, greetings from Paris. 7-hour difference. Love your videos.
Bonjour, merci.
Neat. Alrighty, Arlenko's comments, and then Pittsburgh Man says, I forget if Volvos do double laminated paned windows.
No.
They do not. Wow.
But they do 2-stage window speed, so if you just put it down lightly, it goes real slow, but if you push it down faster, it goes faster.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you can kind of fine-tune it, I guess.
Sure. Okie dokes.
Caught up?
We are caught up.
Cool. Ah! Thought I was in park. I was not.
That's very interesting.
I'm gonna run and do another quick.
Do another round.
Mm-hmm. I want the car to stay on this time. Can I? Alright.
Okay.
Let's see if that works. Quick walk around because it's raining, but now you can see the bright Thor's hammer lights. Does. And then we're gonna get to see the nice tail lights as well. Yeah, B5 badging now because all the mild hybrids are Bs rather than Ts. Oh, I guess we should have you drive.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Flipping and flopping. And go.
Did you want to set your seat?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
That was actually quite fast. Did it really do it?
I think so. Get a sound.
Okay. So you press M and then number two.
Yeah, I think because let's see.
It's two.
Okay.
Very great.
Now it's always nice to get Alyssa's perspective on cars because she's much smaller than your average folk.
Look how tiny I look
Right.
in Charlie's seating.
So it's clean easily.
Every car is
Mhm.
Some cars are perfect and I can get them just where I like them. First of all, this wheel has to go way back. And that's probably fine. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's this.
I really don't understand why the stream is stuttery. I mean, we've got great signal, same as always, and yet the last 2 weeks it's been random stutters. Strange.
Very interesting.
Also, I just realized the 7-hour time difference. The person in Paris is watching this at 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning?
Yeah, commitment.
Yeah. Sometimes I watch.
Right.
I'm on social medias
Mm-hmm.
at 1 a.m. Not often. Sometimes.
Pittsburgh Man's hoping that you're not right up on the steering wheel, but it doesn't look like you have to be too much.
Let's see. It's in park, right?
Mm-hmm.
Testing to see if I can do everything I need to. Actually, yeah, that's great. Can I? So the seat is tilted all the way down.
Okay.
The front of the seat is already tilted all the way down, and that's why I can reach everything without being so ridiculously close.
Alyssa's revving it up, starting her engine.
Oh. The mirrors are kind of small. The side mirrors are a tad small. It's okay. Maybe I'm just used to my truck.
The Maverick's got good mirrors.
Yeah, Maverick's got real good mirrors. Okay, I think I'm ready.
All right, off you go. Crystal shift knob.
Crystal shift. There we go.
Fun fact, we are giving up our Maverick for a few days this week. Trading it with someone who has a Tesla Model Y dual motor. Yash, if you're still in the chat, might interest you, being a previous Tesla owner as well. And our buddy's gonna take the truck up on a little road trip and we're gonna get to spend time with his Tesla. So we'll see if Alyssa misses the Tesla and
like I say I do.
Right, and enjoys getting back into one, or if she's turned into a truck gal and she doesn't like the Tesla anymore. We shall see.
Bumpy bump. Oh.
I'm expecting her to love the dual motor that's super fast and not want to give that aspect up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's gonna be weird getting back into a car that was a stop sign, but whatever. Getting back into a car that has one pedal driving.
Yeah.
I loved that so much. Anytime we have an electric car that has one pedal driving, I'm just like, so nice.
Mm-hmm.
So nice. Okay, the steering on this is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool. It feels so solid. I like the thickness of the actual steering wheel itself. I like the material that it's covered in. I think that's very smooth and sleek without being slippery and without being like too grippy. Really nice. And I just love how just so seamless and smooth. I mean, it's a beautiful steering wheel. Very nice. So far my seat is awesome. I feel like I'm using the full extension of my legs. Yeah, and I really like tilting the chair back so that I can actually extend my arms fully when I'm driving. So I feel like my arms and my leg are like fully extended, and that's the best way I like to drive.
Your ground?
My heel's on the ground.
Nice.
My heel is on the ground, both, which is awesome. I'm wearing flat.
Asking, when are you putting that video in Lightning Road magazine? I don't quite understand what you're Jib. If you can rephrase, I'll try to answer your question. Gator66 in the chat.
Wow, man, hey.
Another DM mem. Thanks for tuning in. Says those cars are perfection. Interior style and exterior style really do it for me. Me too. It's funny, the Volvos have pretty much been looking the same since that first XC60 came out in what, 2015, 2016 range, and yet it still looks so good.
It's such a beautiful car.
Pittsburgh Man says listeners gonna love the Tesla and want it back.
Probably. You're probably right. You're probably
And then
very much.
Orange says respect Teslas for what they are, but could never get one for one reason: no Apple CarPlay.
Oh, dude, you don't even need it.
Yeah, I will be curious to see what you think about spending time with it, and because like you only use CarPlay half the time in the Maverick anyway.
No, I always have it on Bluetooth.
Oh, you do? You haven't been using CarPlay at all lately?
I have not.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I feel like, who's your car?
Yep.
I feel like that I listen to music quite a bit, and if I don't listen to music, I listen to the radio. So I feel like it just sounds better on Bluetooth. And Charlie here, the sound master, disagrees with me, which is totally okay. I don't have any sort of credentials. Wow, that was amazing, like, to be able to say like I'm right over him. But that's what I prefer.
Sure.
So, and I also would rather just have my phone on our little magnet thing and show me the GPS instead of having it on CarPlay. So I don't even use CarPlay that much anymore. I know how, but I just like it being disconnected like that. Also, it's a plug-in only CarPlay, so.
Yes, that is an element. And at least in the Tesla, you got the big old map right on the screen. So if you got Bluetooth on your phone for audio and you got the big old map for navving, not a huge deal. At least for some people.
You totally don't even need CarPlay.
Well, it's all preference.
In the Tesla.
Right.
I don't think you do. If you like it, then whatever.
Glorified Bus Driver, another Daily Motor member, thank you, says it's 6:40 a.m. here in Malaysia now. Worth waking up early for good videos.
Oh wow, very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Lucy says you guys drive very well and safe. Yeah, gotta drive like a Volvo.
Yeah. I really like this car.
Yeah.
This is lovely. This is a beautiful driving experience. I mean, very soft, very sleek, very smooth. I feel very comfortable in this. I feel like I could drive like this for hours and hours. I want to go on a road trip now. Even like the sound of the little turn signal, very soft. Just like a nice muted, like plonking sound, but if you know what I mean by that, just like a very soft, very subtle. This is lovely. Shoot.
Yeah, and one nice thing about something like a sedan or a wagon versus something larger like an SUV is someone small like you looks a little bit more appropriate in this. I mean, you look comfortable, your arm is on the side, like it. Now, the interior of the XC60 would be fairly similarly proportioned, but there's just something about it just seems more appropriate. It seems more natural for you.
Another thing I noticed that I'm really enjoying is I don't know, I was kind of expecting to feel like I needed to be really close to the wheel, and then when you're close to the wheel, you have to adjust everything else, and everything just feels too close to you. I'm really leaned back, and so I can see all of this area, all of the cockpity area, very well, and I feel like none of it is distracting, but if I need any of it, it is within arm's reach. I mean, I can reach this, and I have some arm length.
Yeah, you're right. You got some bend in your elbow.
Yeah, and I have the seat back as much as I'm comfortable doing.
Yeah, the pillarless rear, quick shout out.
This is beautiful. The entire rear window in view, as well as like some space on either side of the mirror to spare. I can reach the infotainment actually quite easily without having to lean forward at all, which is a big plus. Because if you just want to reach forward and mess with it, touch some things, you don't want to have to lean forward, because then you have to adjust the pressure that you put on your foot and the pressure that your hand is on the wheel, and it's kind of like so many things going on while you're driving. Not great.
Yeah,
So,
I feel that too. I like when cars, you don't have to lean forward to get to their screens. Certain cars we've had recently, you got to get the, like they reach way forward to touch the screen.
That's very silly. Alright, let's see what's going on with this roundabout here.
Omar, is Mazda CX-30 a comfortable vehicle? Yeah, I like the CX-30. CX-30 is a great car, especially for half the price of one of these. It's a little small. We'll keep that in mind, but it's comfortable. It's very comfortable. In fact, Chris took it to drive to Chicago and back, so about 10 hours round trip, and he was very comfortable. In fact, he said he was more comfortable than he was in the BMW 330i. So, yeah. Neat. Well, the biggest downside to me for the V60 is that you can't get the plug-in hybrid recharge version without getting the Polestar version. So with the S60 and the XC60, you can get a plug-in hybrid recharge extended range without any of the performance goodies, and it costs less than $60,000 well equipped. Not happening here in the V60. They only give you either this base B5 motor, which is good, don't get me wrong, good powertrain. But if you want to go powertrain, if you want to go plug-in hybrid, you got to step all the way up to the Polestar engineered, and then you're looking at like $75,000. It's a totally different car. CX-30 is good if you have friends with no legs in the back. That is true. Friends or children with no legs. Keep that in mind.
Wow, there's so much car back there. I just went to check my blind spot and was just reminded
that you're in a wagon?
by the wagon. Yeah.
You look back and you're in a big box.
Yeah.
Gager66 says, ever since I owned my Saab, I've dreamed of another Swedish vehicle. I wish one day I could get one. Well, Gager66, set your sights right, and you certainly can. And keep in mind, like I said earlier, Volvo does a really good certified pre-owned warranty and program where I'm pretty sure it's unlimited mileage in like 6 years or something like that. So you could buy something like a CPO 2018 V60 or S60 or something like that, and own it trouble-free, or at least worry-free for a long time.
Would you like me to start heading back or go around?
Yeah, let's head back toward the garage.
All right.
We are going to have to end the stream a little bit early today. We're actually having Christopher Brower and his lovely girlfriend over for dinner. So we're going to have to get home, and Alyssa's cooking up some goods. We're going to make that, and yeah, have a nice evening. So any last things you'd like to know or see with the V60, let us know. We'll get some of Alyssa's final thoughts.
It's just lovely.
Yeah.
This is just lovely. I mean, I feel like they thought of everything. From the steering wheel to like how far away the infotainment is, to the space that this car provides, down even to like the sound of your turn signal. I just feel like I would be buying a vehicle that is really just well thought out all the way around. I've only been in it for maybe like 10, 15-ish, probably not even that, minutes, but man, I'm sold.
Yeah, it is interesting how there are, I think, many people who go out and buy something like a BMW or a Mercedes, wanting to get a luxury brand, or an Audi Q3, Q5, something like that, and don't even pay attention to Volvo when, like, this is providing you a lot.
Yeah.
Opinions on how the V60 Bowers & Wilkins compares to the XC60? I think they're pretty darn similar. I noticed no functional difference, so I've listened to this one a little bit, and it totally bumps.
Nice.
What's the next live stream? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think we have any. Oh, we have a Mazda CX-9 next week, so we might live stream that, because I don't know if we're gonna get 2 press cars next week. And then Pittsburgh Man says, plot twists, the Chris hater in the chat is his girlfriend who wants him to stop doing YouTube. Evil Emily. Cool. Well, I hope Moran is doing well. I haven't seen him in the last few chats. Hopefully that he didn't get detained in Mexico after sending one of his new builds.
Wouldn't that be a story though?
All right. I am curious how his E500 is doing. His E-Class. Yeah.
Such beautiful braking too.
Yeah, the brakes are very nicely calibrated.
Soft.
Good
Very
feeling to the
soft.
steering, good feeling to the brakes, not too grabby, jumpy, anything. When you get on the accelerator, it's just sort of nice. It's not dumpy.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about this is just like a smooth crescendo and decrescendo. And that is just for some lovely driving.
It's a good example of a very or design, layout, driving, or nothing sticks out in a weird way. You get that with a lot of things like Cadillacs, where like most of the car makes sense, but then there's something that just seems out of place. And no, everything in this car seems in place and seems to work and flow and speak cohesively to the mission. Yeah.
Shoot, man.
Mm-hmm. Aspirational.
Yeah. This is like car goals.
Yeah.
This is just like everyday, clean driver. You just need something that is... Let me rephrase that. You don't just need something. You want something that is going to be beautiful and reliable and give you a good feeling every time you drive it. But it's not like sporty or not like too crazy off-roady. You need something that is like the everyman's car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the XC model, or sorry, the cross-country model like this, even though you can't get a normal V60, the cross-country does give you that plastic cladding, so if you're driving down dirt roads a lot or something,
live on a dirt road,
you little less chance of scuffing up your paint. If you're gonna do maybe a little bit of camping or a little bit of two-tracking type thing, you've got a little bit of extra ground clearance for that. So it does really allow you to do more lifestyle type stuff without sticking out.
Yeah, yeah. And the people that would know would be like, oh wow, that's a cool car.
Yep,
wow.
I agree. Pittsburgh Man says hashtag free Moron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We are not going to end outside because it's raining and we will melt. Yep. But we will be back next week, I believe. I don't think anything's going to stop us from that, with a Mazda CX-9 or something else. And we will see you on the next one. I think we... Oh, no, we got a few last minute chats. When are you making a video of the 22 Chevy Blazer Premier? Never gotten a Blazer, man. We have a Chevy Traverse this week.
Huh.
Yeah, but we've been asking for a Blazer a few times, and Chevy's press fleet's just weird.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then SH says, does it have massaging seats? I need my buns massaged while off-roading. It does not, and I find that interesting. I don't know if that's something they killed in the 23 model or what, but I don't think there's any... Yeah. I don't think there's any massaging seat option.
Very interesting.
Yeah, 360 camera though, that's good.
They made their massaging so you want luxury and off-roading at the same time.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And Pittsburgh Man, thanks for the live. Orange says, what's a good starter car for when I turn 16? A Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Or Accord if you're feeling fancy. Good live stream. Thank you for the... Y'all are welcome. We'll see you next week. We're Charlie and Alyssa with Daily Motor, and as always, Volvo on.